Hello beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel stellarosedivine. I am coming on here at the moment just because I have been having a really powerful, I always say this, don't I? I've been having a really powerful month, a really powerful week, a really powerful life. It's true. I have really, honestly, since I broke up with my partner at the beginning of 2021, I have been on this incredible trajectory forward, and it's just been lessons and lessons and lessons and lessons after lessons, and healing in a very fast-paced healing, and then periods of integration and rest and stagnation and what is going on, and then more lessons and lessons and lessons. And so it hasn't actually been the easiest year for me, or time for me, but it has been incredibly beautiful, incredibly profound, incredibly powerful and transformative, and I am living in an incredible house and honestly get to do whatever I want to do. So it's not like it's led me to a bad place, and I am in a place with myself where I am really proud of where I am and really in love with who I am, and also really different to how I used to feel, where I used to feel like I was like, I've got it, I'm here, I'm ready, and da-da-da. And I feel a lot more a lot smaller, a lot what is going on, but at the same time trusting that I know. It's this interesting combination of trusting what I know to be the truth for me, but also understanding that I know nothing, and that anything can change at any moment, and to just embrace the present as it is, because I may be happy right now and I may not be happy in 10 minutes because something else might happen, and so just enjoy it when I'm happy and express it and allow it when I'm sad. It's just been really something really magical. But yes, so what I was going to say, I'll let the wind blow because I know it can be quite loud. I do love the wind. So what I was going to say is that I wanted to come on here and just talk a little bit about what it means to be oneself, because this is a topic that has been coming up over and over and over again my whole lifetime, but in particular the last couple of years, and it is a collective topic. I really hope that you can hear me over the wind. It is a collective topic at the moment. It is coming up collectively, where we are all sort of realizing that in order to truly be happy, we need to embrace who we are and be our authentic selves, and that can be really scary, especially when we have been living in a time where we are told what to be, and that is the box that we have to fit in, and in order to belong, in order to be worthy, in order to be deserving of love and happiness, which is not true, but it's what we've been told. And it's interesting because people then branch out of that box only to be put into a different box. For example, I'm queer, and for a long time when I first started to sort of embrace my sexuality, it was like, oh my god, these people are doing this and this and this, and so I have to be like this in order to fit into the queer box. And I don't really fit into any boxes, queer or other. And so it's interesting that we have this sort of, each section, even if it seems like we're breaking out of the mold, there is just more boxes, and of course we are breaking out of the molds in some ways, but it is interesting how this is a sort of a recurring concept, and we're realizing that being in a box doesn't work, because we are each unique. We have our each unique coding. Our soul is completely unique. There is no energetic resonance like it in the universe. Now, of course, we are all created by energy, and so we are, we are the universe, if you've heard that theory. And so we are all connected, but we are all unique at the same time. And my face is starting to disappear from the light. 1 second. Oh, that didn't really help, did it? I have to be careful, this dress is very, very short. I don't think that helped at all. You'll have to forgive me, my camera is on my laptop. I'm not holding it. My camera is on my laptop, and so the quality is not very good. Okay, well, it's not about seeing me, it's about what I'm saying, but hopefully this is alright. 1 second. Okay, I decided to come in just because this is probably the most practical way to do it anyway, because there's no wind and you can see my face, so yeah. Anyway, we're inside now. Where was I? Smoothie. Okay, I'll just keep talking and see what comes up. So, as I was saying, I don't know what I was saying, but I'm just going to go back to the boxes because that's the last thing that I can remember. So forgive me if I was talking about something else and just floated away. I'm sure it will come back if it's relevant. Oh, yeah, we're all connected, but in the same way, we're all unique. We are all unique. We are all a unique resonance. We are all a unique frequency. And so, of course, we can't fit into a box. We cannot do it. I mean, we can by forcing it and by being inauthentic. But if we are wanting to be our true authentic selves, then we do not fit into one set of rules or like a guideline. And I've been talking about this for as long as I've had my channel and for as long as I've sort of like really used Instagram. But it's interesting because this topic has come up for me again recently, but in a different way. And so I wanted to sort of, I don't know, it's like share a story and at the same time just talk. So my whole life growing up, I have a very busy mind. I have a very, very busy mind, and I have been learning how to integrate that into my being in a way that it is balanced, in a way that I can honor it and celebrate its busyness, because it's a very powerful, powerful mind, and I love it, but it can be very overwhelming. And so because of that, a lot of the time I would need answers, I would need clarity, and I would go to external sources. And because I'm a little bit, I don't like really using this label because it's just another label which some people resonate with, and I personally don't. I just see myself as spiritual and authentic, and a little bit quirky or kooky. I don't really know. It's so interesting. I felt afraid to use the word quirky because of all of the negative stigma around the word quirky, which really shouldn't really. Yeah, it's okay for me to say that. But I just wanted to acknowledge that feeling that came up. But anyway, yeah, I'm a little what is it? Atypical? Like neurodivergent. There we go. As some people say, on the spectrum. And so I would really look to other people to sort of work out what I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to do, because who I was never really seemed to fit or make sense or connect with the rest of the world. And I found out later that that is because I'm very spiritual and I'm very I see things differently, and that's not a bad thing, and we all are very spiritual and we're all very connected, but we don't always know that. But yeah, I would see the world in a very different way, and social cues and knowing how to, be normal wasn't really on my radar. I was wanting to connect with nature and speak to the fairies, and I was channeling all these messages about past lives and predicting futures and connecting with people's souls. It wasn't really about the social cues. And because of that, I very quickly learnt that people don't really like, especially when they're young and they don't really know any better, when people are authentic, because it triggers them. And so I triggered a lot of people, and a lot of people and eventually I felt like I wasn't able to be myself. And this is not because of anyone's fault. This is just a journey that I chose. And I started to wear masks of who I was. And I started to sort of cultivate my personality to fit in to the crowd. And it worked, actually. It worked really well. Kind of, except that I was severely depressed, and all of my friendships were either fake or unhealthy. So it worked to an outsider's eye, but not to my own soul and my own heart. And I was heartbroken and incredibly unhappy. I really want to sip my smoothie, one sec. And so, but yeah, it worked. But what started to happen is I started to let people label me. I started to let people look at me and say, "You're like this." And I'd be like, "Oh, so that's what you think? Okay, I'm going to be like that then. Da, 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 da. So you're like this. Oh, okay, but I thought I was like that. Okay, I'm going to be like that now." Anyway, so it was that kind of story. And so I was never really being myself. But at the same time I was, because I'm not very good at being not myself. But I thought that I had to be somebody else. And so I was always working towards doing that, unconsciously. A lot of the time it was subconscious. But what this did was it created this idea or this concept that I was to be put in boxes. That, if I'm girly, then I can't also be into, I don't like using the word tomboy, but more boyish things. Or if I'm bubbly, then I can't be sad. It was putting me in these boxes. And because of that, it was this interesting sort of fragmented way of being myself, where I was being myself to a certain degree, but it was like they were concentrated essences of who I was. Essences? Of who I was. And it was being put in boxes. And so I've spent the last 2 months, but a lot longer, but 2 months actively taking myself out of those boxes and realizing I connect to this thing and this thing and this thing and this thing, and on this day I might want to do this, and on this day I feel like dressing like that. And that doesn't mean that I'm not anymore, for example, I love fairies and I love witches and I love aliens and I love supernatural and I love romance and I love Barbie and I love climbing trees and getting dirty and I love nature and I love a lot of things. The point is, I don't have words to describe who I am. I don't fit into a box. All of those things that I like, yes, I love them all, but I like what I like when I like it, and I connect to what I connect to when I connect with it. And I am who I am by simply being who I am. There is no box. There is no label. I cannot define or contain my essence in a box, because I am not that. We are not these boxes. And it's so ingrained in some of us that we don't even realize that. The amount of times that I have spent the last month being confused because it's like, okay, I get what I am now, and then the next day something would change, and it's like, what am I trying to do here? Like, what is this? Why do I keep changing? Not realizing that I wasn't changing. I was simply expressing my soul in different ways. I've always been being myself. I just didn't realize that because I thought I had to fit into a box in order to be. The amount of times that over the last few weeks I have realized that I have this ongoing subconscious story. I have had this ongoing subconscious story in my mind of working towards the beginning. Like, you know the song Rapunzel, When Will My Life Begin? It's like that. Without realizing that I'm already here. I'm already alive. I'm already being. It's already begun. I'm working towards blessings without realizing I'm already blessed. I'm calling in miracles and then reminding myself that my life is a miracle. I am a miracle. We are already living in the miracle. That's definitely a perspective thing. But yeah, I'm alive and therefore I am living. And I may not always be doing exactly what I want to be, but I can be if I choose to be. Oh, that's getting a little... So I'm going to come back, but my point is that I was thinking I had to be something or do something without realizing I was already doing it. And it's because of the boxes. And once I put those boxes aside and stopped trying to label and explain who I am, what I'm here for, and what I am doing, and simply allowed myself to do it, when there stopped having to be a reason for my existence or the things that I was doing, so I stopped waking up and thinking, well, what am I going to do today? How am I going to achieve the day? And instead, I just live the day. I mean, it's such a simple thing to just be, but it is so incredibly difficult with all of the conditioned stories that we have been told. And I guess I just wanted to come on here and share this realization with all of you and remind all of you that you are your own unique self. You are beautiful. You are unlike anything else in the entire universe. You cannot be put into a box, even if you believe that you can. Boxes are great. They can really help you to understand and make sense of things that can be really difficult to make sense of. Otherwise, labels are helpful. But it's a reminder not to put your whole essence into a box, into a mold. The mold is you. The mold is your body. But your essence is all that you are. And it's beautiful. And you deserve to shine, and you deserve to embody and express that as you truly, truly are. And I know this takes time, and I know this takes a lot of unlearning, and that's kind of why I've created this channel, to share my journey and to share what I learn in hopes to help and inspire people to connect with and embody their true selves and bring on happiness and just, yeah, it's a hard thing to explain because we know. I don't need to explain it to you guys that the happiest state of being is being yourself. I don't need to explain to you guys that when one person, I mean, it's, you see it in everything. It's like people will say, like, confidence is sexy. You know, when people like themselves, when people know who they are, they say the second that you stop trying to be someone else and just be yourself, you're gonna be liked. It's everywhere. Like, we already know that. We already know that embodiment of self. We already know that to truly be our authentic self is it's the highest state of being. but sometimes there are other stories that are still playing out, and so it's just, I guess I'm sharing this journey, this story, to illuminate and highlight some of those stories that might be playing out, and in particular, in this video, the boxes. How are you trying to limit yourself? How are you trying to define yourself, putting yourself into those boxes that don't actually exist, and that are limiting and restricting your true essence expression? I know it can be fucking scary to be yourself, but it's the best thing that you will ever be, and it's a blessing. You are a blessing. You are a miracle in true form. And when you are yourself, you call in the people that you connect with. When you are vibrating in that frequency of your true self, of your home, of your soul, then everything else that vibrates at that frequency, that is home, that is familiar, that is love, that serves you to your highest good, is going to naturally be attracted to you, because energy attracts like energy. And so I know it's scary to be yourself, because that can cause things to crumble. And if you've got friendships built on the idea of an illusion, then who knows what's going to happen with that. But the people that you are meant to be with, the people that will truly serve your highest good, the places, the jobs, all of it resonates with your soul. So when you embody that, that's when you truly call in your heart's truest desires. So I know it's scary, it's terrifying, but I believe in you guys, and there is no rush, and just going at your pace. And I'm not sharing these videos to tell anybody to do anything. I'm just sharing my story and talking, because I love talking and being my authentic self. And this is what I love to do. So yeah, sending you guys so much love. I do hope that this brought some light and I don't know, insight, comfort, love, healing, clarity, awareness, whatever it is, curiosity. I love curiosity, to question and to wonder and to explore, and don't just take it face value, but to be like, wow, this person that is talking on a camera, on a screen right now, what is she saying? How does it make me feel? Do I resonate with this, or do I get triggered by this? Curiosity is great. It is wonderful. It is the essence of growth, or it inspires growth. So yeah, whatever this video brings for you, I do hope it's positive, and I am sending you all so much love and light, and yeah, just have a wonderful day. I love you all. Bye. Oh, thank you for watching, and please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you do feel called to do so. If you've watched my other videos, you'll know that I always forget to say that.